I was 5 years old, and there I stood in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, looking at all of those faces in the congregation. And the music started playing, and just as my dad had taught me, I opened my mouth and sang. I am a child of God, and He has sent me here, has given me an earthly home with parents kind and dear. Lead me, guide me, walk beside me, help me find the way. Teach me all that I must do to live with Him someday. And yes, 35 years later, I can sing that word for word from my memory. The people of God sing. Music has the ability to tie us all together from various Christian faiths. Through congregational singing, Christian faith is not just expressed, but it is formed, and it is critical to shaping the faith of our people. How Great Thou Art has become one of the best known and best loved hymns of this world. It has enriched and inspired the lives of faith of countless people from every imaginable background. It is truly a classic hymn, giving powerful expression to some of the central truths and hopes of the Christian faith around the world. This and so many other hymns that are found in multiple hymnals throughout our Christians and brothers and sisters religions are what binds us together as people of faith. Singing was part of Israel's formal worship in both tabernacle and temple. The Psalms bear rich testimony that in joy and sorrow, in praise and lament, the faithful raise their voices in song to God. Hymn singing was practiced by Jesus and his disciples. The Apostle Paul instructed the Colossians, "Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly. Teach and admonish one another in all wisdom, and with gratitude in your hearts sing psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs to God." Through congregational song, God's people learn their language about God. God's people learn how to speak with God. Songs of worship shape our faith. Today, hundreds of years later, medical research has shown that people who believe in the healing power of music were onto something. In a recent article titled "Healing Harmonies, Music Used to Treat Stroke, Dementia, and Even Cancer," they cite, "We actually use more of our brain when we sing the same verses than when we speak them. Because we are singing, we have rhythm, melody, and emotion. That's how music energizes disabled parts of the mind." There's a trend to using music therapy to help in many ongoing treatments. The article shares a story of a brave man, James Rodriguez. James suffered a massive stroke that tried to take his speech from him. Music therapist Tracy Bodish says, "We're able to activate more areas of the brain and reroute and create new neurological networks so we can get around the damaged area that caused the stroke." James went on to start his journey by singing words in everyday language. Using song rather than speaking allowed him to communicate with his loved ones. He shared his joy in belting out Amazing Grace, bringing back fond memories and happy memories of singing in our church choir. Using this technique to activate areas of the brain through music, scientists are continuing to discover that listening to music we love triggers the neurological chemical dopamine, which activates our brain's pleasure center. On Monday last week, I had had a very, very difficult day with everything and everyone against me. When it came to time to leave my family and leave for rehearsal with the San Diego Master Chorale, I dragged my feet, thinking I just couldn't muster the energy to go. I felt defeated from my day. The last thing I wanted to do was go and sit in a room full of people, be social, and actually sing. But I had a responsibility to be there, and I went. I sat in my chair, I opened my music, and within the first several measures being played on the piano of the opening movement of the glorious Mozart Requiem that we are rehearsing, I could feel my whole body shift as we sang the first introit. Requiem aeterna dona eis, Domine. Grant them eternal rest, Lord. Et lux perpetua lucea teis, and let perpetual light shine on them. I felt my heart fill with gratitude, love, and most importantly, peace within my body and mind. And I was reminded of the joy and power of music has on our well-being. My life has been so blessed through music. I have met some of the most amazing lifelong friends. Music has helped guide me through my life and take me on journeys near and far. In 1999, I traveled to the Baltic countries on a choir tour to participate in the Estonian Music Festival. Has anyone heard of this Estonian Music Festival? Well, you're going to learn about it. Every 5 years, thousands of Estonians, and when I mean thousands, I mean 15 to 20,000 people singing in an amphitheater, to 25 to 80,000 participants listening. Just imagine the magnitude of those voices. So here I was with thousands of Estonians and others from adjoining Baltic countries gathering on the same stage to sing for an equally huge crowd. In the midst of heavy Russian conflict, the Estonian Music Festival acted as a national building tool in the 19th century and became a peaceful force against the Soviet occupation in the 20th century, and today remains a uniting force of peace, community, and love through music and song. Many associate this festival of music with the singing revolution of the 1980s, where hundreds and thousands of people flocked the street to sing forbidden hymns in defiance of the Soviet occupation and helping them gain its independence again in 1991. One Estonian singer shares her feelings on the Estonian Music Festival by saying, "It's a place where generations meet, where singers tell a story for the next generation. It's your voices singing. It's not your voices singing, It is your mind. The voice is just an instrument to express the mind." There I sat at 19 years old, an American young lady, in an amphitheater with well over 25,000 of my brothers and sisters of every age, nationalities that were still so new to me, singing a familiar song, which is also known as the unofficial national anthem of Estonia, "This Is My Song," which can be found in our hymnal. I was singing in a language that somehow brought us together as one people, one world, community, and one voice for peace. The experience was transforming. Music and song continue to play a vital role in life of God's people today. Music, quite apart from an associated text, is capable of evoking powerful emotions. Music is used for all occasions of life, from birth and a mother singing a lullaby to her newborn and the baptism of that baby. It is found in the hearts that are stirred in the language of love and the celebration of marriage. Music is celebrated with feet tapping, clapping, and dancing of joy of everyday life. It can also provoke immense emotion, and a melody may move people to tears. It is used to mourn the people and love that has been lost. Music is what feelings sound like. Take a moment and see if you can recollect your first memory of music and song. What is the song you go to when you're happy? How about when you're sad? How about when you need peace? Can you imagine a life without music, harmony, melodies, trumpets, pianos, even accordions? Can you imagine a life without music in church service, without the joy of lifting your voice in praise? I challenge you each Sunday to take a moment, and when I ask you to stand in body or spirit and open your hymnals and lift up your voice to sing, really think about the words you are singing. Feel the music coming from the piano and share in the joy of coming together as a community and lifting our voices and becoming one in song. Because here, brothers and sisters, all voices are welcome. In 2013, just a couple of months after my grandmother had passed away, I had received in the mail a daily word booklet that apparently my gran had subscribed for me without me knowing. And I leave you today with these thoughts from the first passage that I carry around with me every day, that I feel that somehow she sent to me from Monday, July 1st of 2013, titled Harmony. My gifts are an essential part of divine harmony. On this day I was born, I brought a unique song into the world. It is a song only I can express, a divine manifestation. It is essential to the great oneness of us all. No puzzle is finished without all the pieces, and no melody is complete without all of the notes. If I withhold the talents that are mine to give, I create an incomplete harmony in the world. If I try to make myself a copy of someone else, I create a disharmony within myself. Spirit has blessed us all with gifts, and I celebrate mine. No one has my smile, my laughter, my love, or my voice. As I share from Spirit, I find nothing lacking. I give freely in harmony with the good that Spirit provides me and for us all. So I ask you, what is your harmony? What is your melody? Where is your voice? What song do you carry with you? What music fills your soul? Amen. I now invite you to stand as you're able, embody your spirit, and open your hymnals as we begin our hymn sing. These are hymns that you have all reached out and said you want to sing. So we will go through them and we'll sing the first verse of each. We'll start with page 31, All Things Bright and Beautiful. 473 for Blessed Assurance. Turn that one page to 475. God's eye is on the sparrow. Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows fall? Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home when God is ever portion? My constant friend is Thee. God's eye is on the sparrow, and I know God watches me. God's eye is on the sparrow, and I know God watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. God's eye is on the sparrow, and I know God watches me. And we'll go back to 195 for On a Hill Far Away. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So cherish the old rugged cross and the trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. And we'll end our hymn sing with an old classic, What a Friend We Have in Jesus, on 506.